Hello there. So this is just a quick overview of APIER, how to use APIER. After signing up, you'll just see a dashboard like this. Press on Create Project. Although you have an app tutorial as well, so you can follow it if you want. After pressing on Create Project, you can see the interface like this. Just name your project like tutorial project. I can say, and provide some description here. Related about your project. Then you have an option to push the repository to GitHub. Or if you don't want to push the repository to the GitHub, or if you didn't link your GitHub account with APIER at this point, you can switch it off. Then you can select the options for postman collection for API testing, Swagger documentation, and README documentation. And then finally, you have an option for endpoint details. You just need to create an endpoint called products, and then we can just simply add the property name, product name, which is required and queryable. We add the product name property in the product collection. Then we add product price. You can say the type is, I guess, number, which is also required and queryable. Every product related to a particular category, so we also need to create a collection of categories, add a category name, which is required, and also a category image, so which is also required. So now we can go to the products collection, add a property called category, select it as a reference, and select category. All right. Now, how we can implement the login middleware here? So this is not often just of a get, post, put, and delete methods. You can click on Add Middlewares. We can see here are some middleware. Authentication middleware, JWT-based authentication module for managing user authentication. Here you can see the fields, email, password, and token and username. I just add the middleware, and you can add more properties like user avatar required at the time of registration. You cannot edit these three fields, which is uneditable. If you click on it, you can see a pop-up message. So if you want to make these two collections secure with this JWT token, you can enable secure. And if you don't want to make it authorized, you can just switch it off. For the category, I make it switch it off because you can create a category or get categories without having a JWT token or without logging into the application. So now press on create project. It takes some time when you switch on push code to GitHub because it takes time to create the repository. Now let's quickly view the code on GitHub. We have proper documentation. README documentation, you need these three environment variables in your project directory. Then you have a API reference products, which is secure. You have attributes, category, which is not secure. That's why you are not seeing a logo of log like this. And then you have an authentication middleware. All right. So then you have a code to browse. You have controllers, DB, interfaces, messages, and middleware models. Let's say if you go to the authentication, this is the auth middleware, and all the code is auto-generated. You have the route, category routes, product routes, and all the code is generated. You just need to download the code. You can download the code by pressing on download button, and then you got your code here, tutorial code. And here you have postman collection as well. You have documentation.yaml, which is actually a Swagger documentation file. And you have a source folder which contains all the related code. And you just need to set the environment variables, run your project, and you are good to go. And just import the postman collection in your postman, and you are good to go and work. You can also view code on APIER itself. So this is the option. Also, you can copy codes from here. You can later, after creating the project, you have to link your GitHub account from here. And if you don't create project repository at the time of creating project, you can later publish it on GitHub. So this is optional if you want to create a GitHub repository or not. And if you make any changes, like if you make any changes to the code, if you go to the GitHub, all right, now edit. All right, now add some property in product, like product, product description. All right, now create a native project. It takes some time. All right. Now, if we restart this page, we see project updated successfully, and it again commit your changes to your GitHub repository as well. If we go down and see the product schema, now we have a product description as well. So this is how APIER works, and this is optional. You don't want to link your GitHub account with APIER, or you don't want to push your code to GitHub repository. It's all up to you. But this is all about APIER, a simple application. If you found any bug, just go to the bug reports and report a new bug. From here, submit your valuable feedback, which obviously help us to improve the usability. And you have some FAQs related to APIER. You can contact us through support, and this is here all of your credits. So this is all about APIER. Hope you like it, and trust me, just visit it for first time, and then I am sure that you will not regret it. It's really important.